Hi YouTube, it's me, Bryn Chan, and welcome back to a phenomenal Thursday. Let's hope that this gets recorded because my laptop has been having issues. So, um, you know, there's not really a lot to talk about, I guess, today. I know this video is a little later than I normally put it up, um, but, you know, um, I guess I just wanted to really talk about goals and how are you going to hit goals. Well, the thing is when you make a goal, you don't want to make them realistic, because if you make them realistic, then they don't excite you. They don't have any backing behind it. They don't make you want to go out and do it. They don't have that oomph to it. You know what I mean? They don't have that oomph. So what you want to do is you're going to want to make a goal that really excites you, that gets you up out of bed in the morning. That probably doesn't require a cup of coffee to get up and do, because people are relying a lot on coffee to even get through the day a lot of the time. When you're working 9 to 5, really that's all you can do right now. I mean, like, I don't like coffee. I've never really drank coffee. There's been a couple times where I've tried to, and I just I can't. I can't do coffee. I could do a matcha frappuccino though, because I love me some green tea. But when it comes to your goals, are you really thinking about what it is that's going to make you happy, what's going to get you excited? When you go out and you say, I want to make $1 million a month, that's going to make you happy, but then you go back and you're like, oh, but realistically, 6,000 is okay. Is 6,000 going to get you out of bed? If you're making 3,000 a month, let's just say, if you're making about 3,000 a month, is 6,000 really going to get you back up and out of bed in the morning? I don't really think so. It's too achievable, if that makes sense. So you're not going to try any harder to get to it. Now, on the other hand, if you're like, I want to make $1 million a month, you're going to be like, okay, let's figure this out. How am I going to do it? I want to make $1 million a month. Let's do it. The bigger and more extravagant your goal is, the more you're going to want to do it. The more you're going to get up out of bed. The more you're going to go and you're going to figure out a way to do it. It's just how it is. There's no realistic goals. What is a realistic goal? Something that you can already achieve, but you just don't feel like it? That's literally what a realistic goal is. It's, yeah, I could make that much in a month, but am I going to do it? Nah. Why? Because it's going to take a little extra work, and I don't feel like it. Now, $1 million a month, they're like, oh, man, that's a little exciting. It's getting me feeling a type of way. It makes you want to go out and do it. No matter what kind of work you have to do, what kind of work you have to put into it. It makes you want to do it. So realistic goals are bullshit. Let's just say that right now. They're bullshit. They really are. Because all they do is just reinforce the fact that you're not going to do it. You're not going to do it. Because if anyone can say they want to make an extra 1,000 or something a month, but they're not going to do it. They're not gonna do it, because when your lifestyle, once your pay goes up, your lifestyle goes up, and then you're still stuck in the same cycle you are always in, trying to pay bills, catch up, do all of this other stuff, and then still have no money at the end of the month. Why? Because you literally just bought Nothing's changed other than the price tag on the things you buy. And I'm saying this from experience because yes, it's not that I bought more expensive stuff. I just bought more of the things I was already buying, and I didn't need to. I didn't need to do that. So that's something I had to learn. And then once I started making my goals bigger, because I've always wanted a, an extravagant lifestyle of sorts, I just never knew how to make it into a goal until now. So once I learned how to do that, I was like, yeah, I don't I don't need to do all of this. And it gets me up out of bed in the morning to make me want to do it. So here I am. I'm sitting here. I'm on the camera. I'm talking. Maybe it's not the best talk you've ever heard, but it's better than some. I can guarantee you that. I mean, it's not the worst, but you know, it it makes you think about what it is that you actually want and what your priorities are and where your priorities lay. I understand if you have kids and a family, sometimes it's just you can't use that as an excuse. If that's something that you want, you can't use that as an excuse. Why? You should make it your why. Why are you doing it? Why? To provide for them as well, okay? If you're already trying to provide for them now and you're only making $3,000 a month, then something's clearly not working here. Okay, it takes a lot more to provide for a family than that. But, not everyone's going to think of it that way. So if you've always wanted to be a millionaire, but now you have kids and a family and you think that that's something that's holding you back, why are you letting it hold you back? Why not let it propel you forward to your goal that you made for yourself? Don't let it be a hindrance. Make it your why. The reason why you're going forward, why you're chasing your dream, why you're making a better income, why you are going to go to where it is that you want to go. Make that your reason to be better. Because now you don't have to just worry about yourself. You got to worry about your family. It's not just me anymore. It's me and my husband. My husband and I don't just want to be a millionaire for myself, or a multimillionaire, or a billionaire, or whatever. For myself, I now have to think of my husband and our future children and all of this. I have to think about it. Because I'm like, I want generational wealth. I don't want to just have it for me. I want it for my family and for generations to come, like the Rockefellers. This is just something that we want. And my husband, he has beautiful goals and dreams that he wants to accomplish. He wants a homestead, which I think is amazing. My goals align kind of with his. I mean, a homestead isn't really something I pictured, but I can get behind it. I can. Because my vision of a future, it looks similar to that. Very similar. Now, he wanted something else. What was it? I don't remember, but it was like, I'm not living with a bunch of families on a plot of land growing food and stuff. If you know what that is, please tell me in the comments, because I have no idea what it is. I can't even, I know what it is, I just can't think of what it is right now. So, yeah. I don't know. A commune. That's what it is. It's a commune. Shh. Why was that so hard? It was so difficult. He wanted a commune. And I was just like, I can't do that. Some people, they're fine with living around other people. They want to live in a big city, all of this. No, I want to be as far away from people as I possibly can. Okay? Nothing against people. I love talking to people. I love networking. I love connecting with people. But when it comes to me and my downtime and my privacy and my private life, I want to be as far away as possible. Please. Please leave me alone. But I know that right now I'm not going to have that. Why? Because we're still in the process. I mean, yes, I'm different from where I was when I first started. Remember when I first revamped this channel, I didn't have that option. But now, I'm getting closer and closer and closer each and every single day to getting to that option. I still don't have that choice right now, but I'm getting closer to it than when I first started. Because when I first started, it wasn't even a thought. I never really thought about what it is what it was that I wanted. You saw me. I was just kind of there, and I would do a Zoom recording and stuff, but on this laptop, yeah, and do a video like that, like I did on my desktop. I can do it on my desktop. I mean, that's about the most editing you're probably going to see right now. Until the Japan video comes up. I really need to find that footage. I really do. But, I mean, that's more than what it was than when I first started. Because when I first started, I was sitting there at my desk. I was recording videos on my computer. I didn't even have a laptop at the time. I didn't have the ring light, I don't think, or I did. No, I had the ring light. I had the ring light because I recorded some videos on it for my channel before I revamped it, singing. I made a singing video and I posted it. All that fun stuff, all that jazz. And I took pictures and posted them on Facebook on Valentine's Day. But I've progressed. I've clearly moved places. I'm not in the same spot as I was. I've just moved in a different area. But now I'm going to be recording videos from other places in the world, okay? So, like, if I go to India, I'll record in India. If I go to Nepal, I'll record in Nepal. Though I hear Nepal is really cold, and I don't do well with cold. But we'll see. I do plan on going to Nepal at some point, because I have connected with somebody who lives in Nepal, and we want to visit each other, and we'll meet up in person, and that's going to happen. If I go to Africa, I'm going to record in Africa. If I'm going to the UK, I'm going to record in the UK. If I'm going to Bulgaria, then I'm going to record in Bulgaria. If I'm going to be in another state, then I'll record there. South America, Mexico, Cuba, I'll record there. If I were going to Russia, if there wasn't a war or whatever going on right there, right now, then I would record there. But between you and me, I've never wanted to go to Russia because it's just cold. And I don't do well with cold. I'm sure there's seasons. I'm sure. But I'm not about to risk it. I will not risk it for the biscuit. I'm sorry. If I go to Russia, I'll let you all know. And then you all can tell me that I spoke too soon in the comments. Or that I'm a big fat hypocrite. You can do that. I will allow that. But it's just, I don't know. I mean, I never wanted to go to California, yet here I am. I'm going to go to California. There's a lot of things that I've done recently, or am doing, or am going to do, that I had never thought I would ever get to do. Now, Japan, I've always wanted to go to Japan. That was a big goal of mine in middle school and high school. But then as I got older, I was like, well, I might not be able to go to Japan anytime soon, even though I really, really, really wanted to. It's just I didn't know how I could do it or how I was going to make it possible. And now here we are. I've been to Japan and I'm going to go back. Mind you, a few years ago, I didn't know it was going to be possible. We never had money. I always was trying to figure out how to make more, and it just wasn't happening. But now, I've gone to Japan. I've come back. I want to go back to Japan because, like I've said many times in a lot of my videos, I cried really hard when we left. I also cried when I fell, but that's besides the point. But yeah, I want to go back. It honestly, honestly, it felt like home. You know, I don't know if you guys believe in past lives or whatever. We'll get into that on a different video of like different beliefs I have. Um, but yeah, yeah. It really felt like home, and I'm gonna be going back, and it's funny because if you would have asked me in August last year, August of last year, if you would have asked me when I was going to Japan, I would have said, I don't know. It would have been a little more clear because I had been talking to my husband about going to Japan for our 1 year anniversary. Well, we were talking about for our honeymoon, and then we talked about the 1 year anniversary. Made even more possible by the fact that I really took advantage of personal growth and becoming an entrepreneur and doing my own business. But it still wouldn't have been clear enough to tell you exactly when we were going to go. If you would have asked me in January of last year when I was going to go to Japan, I would not have been able to give you an answer at all. Because I wouldn't have known. At that point in time, yes, we had picked Japan for our honeymoon, but I was still like, well, we might have to go somewhere else. We might have to go somewhere else. And that was really crushing and upsetting. If you would have asked me last January what I would be doing in August of this year, I wouldn't have been able to give you a clue. Matter of fact, January of last year, I probably would have still been debating you on presidents. I probably would have still been debating you on policies or whatever, the government, whatever. Not so much me though, my husband. Very big on politics. Don't ask me why, I don't know. I've never been that big into politics, but when I got together with him, it became a bigger part of my life than I ever wanted to be. So, that's why I say I would have been talking to you. I would have more so been talking to you about politics than really debating you on politics. But, yeah. Don't ask. We don't ask these questions anymore. If you would have asked me last January, not this last January, but January of last year, if you would have asked me where I thought I would be, but my life would be at in 2023. I might have given you a guess, but it wouldn't have been clear. Because I had no idea where I was going to be. I probably would have been like, well, I hope I'm not living with my husband's or my boyfriend's mom. At the time we weren't married. But you never know. Matter of fact, January of last year, I was working as a waitress for minimum wage, barely making tips. I had, well, was I a waitress? I might have been a cleaner. Either way, minimum wage, not fun. Either I was a cleaner or I was working minimum wage for or either as a cleaner for minimum wage or as a waitress for minimum wage. I don't know. That's how unclear I was on everything. And my go-to response would have been a realistic goal. And for a realistic goal, I sure as heck wasn't doing anything to get there. But when it came time to really sit there and talk to somebody who's made it, who makes millions of dollars, multiple millions of dollars a year, I really had to sit there and was like, no, that's what I want to make. That's what I've always wanted to make, but I've never actually sat down and said that's what I wanted. I've never actually sat down and made that a goal. It was just a dream or a wish. But then once you sit down and you talk about it and you realize that that's actually what you really want, that's when you're like, okay, yeah, let's do it. Because that goal is far more exciting than working $15 an hour for someone else. Yeah. A lot more exciting. And, my friend, can I even call her that still? Who, she said, people like us, we just don't make it. At the time, it was kind of the same way that I thought and I felt. It wasn't exactly the same way because I had been trying to be a singer for the longest time. I don't know how well that would have panned out because I have stage fright sometimes. Well, I had major stage fright for a while. But I'm going to tell you right now, we went to Atlanta, Georgia, and I danced in front of a whole room of people. Okay? I danced in front of all of them. I really did. I did the sprinkler. Okay? The sprinkler. And laugh if you will, but I pulled out the sprinkler and I was spraying the front row with imaginary water. Of course, if any of you don't know what the sprinkler move is. Okay, and the I can't dance move, that one? I pulled that one out too. I pulled out all the cringiest of dance moves. Is cringe even a word people use still? I don't know. I'm not in the loop anymore, apparently. I haven't been called old that much, but there's been a few times where I've been called old. Mainly by my husband sometimes. Because he's more in the loop of the new terminology than I am. He calls me a boomer a lot, if that says anything. I still have to ask him how to work my phone sometimes because I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. But, that's just how it goes sometimes. Now, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to end the video off here. I know this probably seemed a little for a video. I did enjoy this topic. I really did. And, you know, I look forward to being on tomorrow as well, making another video, talking with you guys, really just going in on stuff. You know, it's gonna be another Who the Heck Are You Friday, so probably not gonna be a super informative video. It's probably just gonna be just really learning about me again, or I might have somebody on tomorrow. I'll figure that out. It might take me sleep, but I'll figure it out. I will. I'll figure it out. Okay. I love you guys. Remember to invest in yourselves because you are the very best person you could ever invest in. Invest in stocks, real estate, gold, silver, all that fun stuff. I love you guys. Mwah. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.